Welcome to my Lost Lives Count, where we tell you of the victims in horror movies, anime, TV shows, music videos, and beyond. I am your host, William Prouty, aka Nexus. Today, I am doing Hell of a Summer, released in 2023, but it was released 2 years later in 2025. Honestly, it's a summer camp horror movie, which is a horror comedy. That is a Friday the 13th meets Scream. I'll tell you when they get to. But it's actually hilarious. The death scenes are great, and honestly, it reminds me of Friday the 13th aesthetics. And I actually love Hell of the Summer. It's created by Wolfhard of It Chapter 2 and 2017, The Turn-In, and Ghostbuster Afterlife and Frozen Kingdom. He's actually Trevor Spiegel from Ghostbusters Afterlife and Frozen Kingdom, Miles Fairchild of The Turn-In, Mike Wheeler of Stranger Things. He actually Chris from Hell of the Summer. He Witchy Torres from It Chapter 22 and Chapter and 2017. Join him is Billy Bryk. He is Zach Z-A-H-K from Ghostbusters Afterlife and Bobby from Hell of the Summer. Honestly, this camp counselors, honestly, I actually, to tell you the truth, I know, actually, after my first, I actually know all their names, and honestly, after I watch the movie, I kind of learn the movie by just watching the movie. So, this is about a group of camp counselors at a summer camp who get targeted by a devil mask killer. So, yeah, it's not one killer, it's going to be two like a Scream. And how many lives lost did the killers let's get to it. This made it this far. If you actually made this far, give me a like. Like this video. Comment if you made it this far, and subscribe if you actually made it this far, and let's begin the lives lost count. The movie begins with the Neon Entertainment logo, now 30 West logo, then Neon and 30 West present with Upgate Production, a Kid Brother production. Now, we actually meet John and Kathy, played by Adam Pally and Rosebud Baker. Pally is played by... He's actually... is actually Diner Somali from Life After Beth, a zombie comedy. And Baker, well, she's actually just a comedian from sitcoms and comedies. Honestly, he's actually playing. John is playing guitar while Kathy is zapping with a bug zapper. The bug zapper fly swatter, because his playing it sound like shit. Honestly, he's actually playing the Camp Pineway song, and it's actually not good. Kathy cheer him on and zap him again. And now she says she's going to grab some beer, she's going to grab a couple of beer. When she actually come back, there was no music, and she actually found John dead with the guitar in his mouth at the 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Kathy said, "My fucking God." And she actually ran to the car and tried to stop it. Wait, why Kathy look in the corner without even moving? Then, actually, Kathy goes on the count because, well, she got stabbed in the back of the head at 3 minutes and 56 seconds. The killer in back seat, and the music played day after day by the Badfinger. And we got the title card. We actually meet Jason, played by Fred Frigider. He's actually Simon Kravaded and Isaac from Fear Street, Part 1, 1994, Part 2, 1978, Part 3, 1666. He's actually a 24 adult going to camp as a counselor. His mom is Maggie, played by Susan Coy, who actually just started Canadian series. This is her first movie, her first horror movie ever. She rolled down the window because it's cold. But the other reason why she did this is because to tell you the truth, she doesn't want him to go to summer camp. He wants him to complete his internship and become a lawyer, because $100 is barely nothing. And we actually see the rock from the art room, the pocket knife. But honestly, Maggie actually want him to be a lawyer, and now the camp. And honestly, we actually meet. Honestly, all the camp counselors drive up. But But I already mentioned Bobby and Chris drive up to Pieway and who they are because, well, Bobby and Chris are the directors of Flynn and Billy. So I'm actually not going to mention them because they are already mentioned at the beginning of the video. So let's begin. First is Claire, played by Abby Quinn. She is actually Adrian from Knock at the Cabin. Knock at the Cabin is actually Midnight Shyamalan's film. Honestly, I will actually have to do Old again. And also Knock at the Cabin again. So, make sure to write it down. And also, Micah D. Pharaoh Wood, Tai. I am not joking, this is his real name. He's actually in the Kids Horror Anthology, which is the British Kids Anthology, Creep Out, who actually play Lucky in the episode The Takedown. Demi is Paris Semi, who actually is Leah from Death of Other Details, and we also have Ezra, Ari, Miley, and Noel. To tell you the truth, I can't even find who they are because the Wikipedia don't have them, and they are their first-time actors. They are getting ready to set up camp for the campers. Honestly, Jason asked for help, and Jason actually make joke about the door jam for Demi. Demi actually asked Jason for help because, honestly, Jason is always helpful in everything. He's actually a real nice guy. And I actually love his character throughout this entire movie. No joking, I actually did watch the entire movie 2 times. Once for the Lives Lost, once for casual viewing, and second for, well, just for my Lives Lost count. Honestly, Jason make a joke about door jamming. And she actually has social media and actually post stuff. Like I actually do, and also do. Ezra is actually talk about how sad broken Jason is because, well, he was going to make a Pinocchio adaptation and make it too political and make Jason Geppetto. I am creepy old man Geppetto. You don't want to know. Ari is talking to Shannon about his peanut butter allergy. Honestly, Ari have his peanut butter allergy. This will be... Bobby is upset. Thanks, Chris. And handle that, Jason, help the door and ask... Come, because... help now... she get away and broke up. Honestly, honestly, to tell you the truth, Jason actually helped Claire about her door, and she actually got over getting away from a breakup. Jason is actually know that John and Kathy actually wrote a note, and they'd be back in the morning. Jason is now taking over, and honestly, Miley is a vegan that she doesn't eat meat. But honestly, she determined to eat meat, but she is. He is taking everybody's phones and putting them in a basket because those are the rules of camp. For the camp counselors, no phones. And honestly, Claire say you're coming, and honestly, everybody is going to it's the lake scene. And Noelle is reading a book about spirits and how to communicate them. And Jason asked her what she'd been doing. How to communicate with spirits, as she said. Now, someone under the water tried to scare Demi, but it's Mike that scared Demi. Bobby and Chris is talking about earlier arrive. Claire can't get a handle of shooting, and Jason won the competition for years, so he actually know how to shoot arrows. 5 years. And Rose is suspicious. John and Kathy is not here, and Jason thinks that they actually want him to run the whole camp by himself. Jason, buddy. Honestly, Claire asked why they think himself about his life outside of Highway, and he actually don't like to talk about it. And Bobby Claire is Chris's stepdad's car. Bobby, really? Why are you cleaning Chris's stepdad's car? And the song keep on playing. There are a lot of good songs playing throughout this movie. I wish I could play them, but due to the Copyright Act, I can't play them. Ain't it a bitch? But honestly, everything is due. And honestly, Jason, I actually do love Jason's energy. Now they're cooking burgers, and honestly, Miley does crave me, and honestly, Jason made a tasteless joke about, well, you want your vegan burger bloody? Ori is freaking out because Claire had nuts, and he actually said that people with allergies have anxiety too. Bobby is actually trying to and he actually chopping wood, and someone blood. It's not Demi's. Somebody actually chop up Demi? Wait, no, it's not Demi. I'll tell you later. Like a story, and I forgot to mention, I'm a liar. And Claire is not at the. He actually not the bonfire, and Claire and Bobby is actually going to jump the fire, and Shannon call Chris an asshole. And they actually all chant Bobby name, and Arlie call him a pussy, and he just quit, and Bobby just quit and just run off. Strange noises, and now Miley says she don't eat me, but she actually tried to eat a hamburger, but someone actually, it's actually the killer. The killer actually killed Miley off screen by decapitation, but her head is in the refrigerator. In the fridge. A scene later, at 3 minutes and 19 seconds, she did say. She did say before she died, the meat is beyond meat. Micah, it say there. Micah say everyone well knew, and he actually saw the body, and he actually disappeared. And knocking. Honestly, Jason was actually checking on everybody, and he actually checked she actually missed the bonfire. He actually screamed because, well, Demi is dead. Everyone was hanging out in the cabin, and Ari had the ideal for a murder mystery. Ezra have an idea for a murder mystery. And tell him the truth, and the phones are stolen. The walk in the cabin, she gone. Why did I count Demi and Mike? I will tell you. He went, now, they actually went into her cabin, and she gone, and Noel actually smelled her blood. They actually freak out and ran like chickens lost their heads, and the car tires were popped. The killer Chris now honestly, the lowest, honestly, they actually want to see where. Honestly, Jason wants to go out to get to find the others, but I thought you was talking to me. But honestly, they actually draw the lowest card. But the only two that draw the lowest card is Ezra and Ari, who actually draw a 3 and 2. So they actually go to search for Mike. Now they actually everyone is actually go stay in the cabin, and Bobby actually got Bear Shield. Okay, why you got Bear Shield? Honestly, a bear did not kill her and did not eat her, but the Bobby said it did. The phone lines were cut, Arizura said. And they actually, and Mike, and they actually search for Mike, and they actually see a fridge dripping with blood. Like I said from earlier, when they opened the fridge, Miley's head was in. Like I actually said when I actually counted Miley death, I said they will actually found Miley's head. And Jason ran out of the cabin without them. And honestly told them what happened. They actually found Miley's head in the freaking in the freaking refrigerator. And Noel say that well, it actually had to watch, and they actually had to stay positive. And honestly, John and Kathy will Jason have to say stay positive that John and Kathy will save them. Of course they will, if they're not dead. I know it's in dark, but they already died in the first hour of the movie, the 3 minutes in the movie. So yeah. Now, honestly, the well suggests they actually play with the Ouija board. Okay, this is not a supernatural horror movie. And honestly, I would actually cover a Ouija for Halloween. But, honestly, the first movie was actually kind of not good, but the second one is bonkers good. And also, don't mess with those things because they will give spirits. Now, honestly, they actually had to ask the dead yes or no. Demi, who did this to you? I don't know. Honestly, they actually said, are you dead? Yes. Who did this to you? I don't know. Honestly, Ezra just bursted and, well, they actually spray him with Bear Shield. Okay, I not good. Ezra haven't come in because he been he just been an awful person. This second arc of the movie define his character because he been a freaking awful person ever since he got his phone taken away. When his phone got taken away, he will actually turn on good natured Jason. Ari got kidnapped by the killer. Oh, and the killer just... This is my favorite death in the freaking hell of the summer. The killer dipped the knife in peanut butter.
Get down, please. Get down, please. Where'd Bryk go?
Dip the knife in peanut butter and stab him with it. This is my favorite death for 47 minutes and 44 seconds because, frankly, when he. It's like this. What happened when you actually mix peanut butter with a peanut butter allergist? You get the septic shock syndrome and you actually die. This is actually my favorite death because you actually combine peanut butter with a stabbing. So, yeah. With no empty pen, you actually die. But he actually did. He actually did say fuck. Ezra actually still in shock and say fuck you to Bobby. And the killer dragged Ari's dead body off. And honestly, Ezra ran to the theater and he actually figured out the identity of the killer. I figured out it too. Two of them. Honestly, he actually say who it is. It's Jason. Wait. Fuck you, Ezra. You didn't even get it right. You worry about you worry about you worry about your phones and your phones and making sure Jason good nature is a trap for psychopathy, but you didn't even realize the real psychopaths in the camp that actually already been dead and been killing the whole time. And honestly, Jason said she's a killer, and well, everybody said that Noelle is a sweetheart. They say apologize, and they just tied Jason up. They're going to torture Jason, but Bobby had to keep an eye on him. Well, Bobby actually said that Jason is nuts, and Claire just knocked Bobby out and free Jason. Hey, idiots! If you're going to do anything, please get the right people who actually did kill them. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. But honestly, the phones are actually. They actually go to look for the phones, and Noelle and go out to make out point, and Jason impressed as she actually go to make out point, and Noelle went to the art room to look for the phones, and she actually looked, and she got stabbed with a knife by the killer and painted with her blood, and to finish it, the killer bashed Noel's head with a rock at 58 minutes and 27 seconds. I did say her. Yeah. Yeah, I will reveal the killer soon. Claire and Jason. John and Kathy two of them actually are dead and go back. Honestly, Jason go back, but Claire is going to go for help. Honestly, go back. Fun fact. The deaths were told throughout the movie. through Noel's to Ori's, to everybody's deaths except for the survivors. Jason left, but Mike and Debbie, they're alive. Now I'm going to explain after Chris actually. After this, Chris actually found them, and Demi actually going to kill Chris, but they actually told Demi and Mike that Jason is the killer, and honestly, Demi is not happy with that. I actually tell you why. The real killers are Demi and Mike. Demi and Mike are lovers, and they actually killed John and Kathy, Noel, Miley, Miley, Ari. They actually did kill them because, well, how I explain this? They actually play all this to get famous. To get famous. But they don't want to get famous now. They actually have another plan. They actually hate everyone, and they want to be the only survivors. But they don't want to go to jail, so they want to make Jason take all the blame. So they want to make them all dead, and kill all of them, so they can get on TV. So they actually do the recording of everyone, so they can blame Jason. Shocker. Yeah.
Let me get one. Hang on.
Well, I hated Demi and Mike. They are hated. There's so many jokes I actually have to cut out, but I am actually just have to cut. They honestly, because they actually want to blame Jason, good-natured Jason, for everything to make them famous. But honestly, now they search for Jason and go through a window, and Mike in the killer row because Jason actually saw him, and Mike actually knocked him out with the axe end. Ezra don't know what left because the killer is in the backstage. Is it his left or stage left? And Mike just broke Ezra's leg and axed him in the head at 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 35 seconds. He's dead. I guess the actor just got axed for nothing. I am sorry I had to make that joke. Shannon saw that he actually... Honestly, Demi is actually trying to blame Jason by putting fingerprints on everything. Mike is searching for Chris. Now Shannon is there with Bobby. Demi woke up Jason, and Jason began to scream for help. Claire feels like something is wrong. Mike turned on the lights to search for him. Chris corpse see Ezra corpse. Bobby actually want to make a distraction, so he actually say, "Hey, fuckface, what's up?" And he actually ran with Mike on his tail, and he actually Shane saved Chris while Claire saved Bobby. As with Jason, and he actually pointed to Mike, and Claire said, "That's not Jason." Mike said he might be dead, so Bobby actually had to deal with Mike with Claire. Jason actually said not her, and honestly, Debbie don't fucking care. It is she actually say it's actually Mike that actually did, but it's not. It's actually her. Didn't do this. She love killing. She actually Jason actually fights with Mike. Fight, 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 fight. Now Claire actually grab a bow and arrow, and Jason spits on her shoe and want to kill everybody, the losers she actually mentioned, and she actually got Jason by the throat with a knife, and Bobby actually grabbed firewood and picked back to where they actually say Bobby, Bobby, Bobby. And it's hot that Mike actually throw down, and well, Mike is kind of turned on. Mike say it's actually good. How good is it having sex after killing somebody? I am not joking. That is his words. Now Bobby actually questions say, but he actually asked him a question until Bobby actually stabbed and slit Mike's throat at 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 03 seconds. Honestly, Mike pulled out the knife and stabbed Bobby. Now, honestly, Bobby actually did survive. I will actually tell you. And what actually happened is Jason say is over and tell a fake a speech that is fake, so Debbie can drop her guard until she just got shot in the freaking eye, but Debbie is not dead. Until 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 28 seconds. She got stomped on the head. Now she's dead. Now the fire is actually spreading, and while the Camp Pineway song is playing. And honestly, Jason saved Bobby, and he actually says he's sorry for forgetting, and he took the knife out of his gut. And honestly, why you do that? Because like everybody say, if you actually do that, it could you should keep something in until the ambulance come and actually put pressure in it. Now Shannon and Chris say they don't love each other, but they actually did say I love you and kiss. Now morning came. Bobby said thank you for coming back now. Bobby said he a hero because he actually slain Mike, who actually been killing people. They actually sit down on the lake and figure out that what he gonna do. He actually gonna do camp next year, but he was just fucking with Claire, and now then the Good Times by Eric Burden and the Animals playing, and the movie ends with a kiss. How many lost lives did Hello Summer have in store? Let's get to the numbers. But first, I gotta eat some peanut butter.
Put him down. Put him down. Let go of him.
It got Ari's blood in it. Let's get to the numbers. 8 people lost their lives in Hello Summer. Four males and 4 females. An even split of males and females. We're running time at 85 minutes. We get a lost lives every hour of 10 minutes and 37 seconds. With the great acts of execution, it's actually good to Ari. Honestly, this death was actually created. Getting a freaking axe, get a freaking knife cover with peanut butter and get stabbed with it. It's actually a really good. And honestly, peanut butter, it actually go with a show that peanut butter allergists actually do. The whippy axe goes to none because all the deaths are great. But if dead meat actually have something different, like they do have a whippy dull machete and different gray axe, say nothing because I don't want you guys to harass dead meat. Say Nexus say there's something different, like Stepfather 2 or any of his lives lost counts. So don't harass James, please.
I don't know why Jason came out the front door.
That's it.
He talked to her for a little bit and then he went back around to his house.
Hello Summer was released in 2023, but it did release until 2025 of this year. I am not joking. It was. It did release in 2023, but it did release in the US until 2025 of this year. Now, I'm actually going to do Family Guy Season 9, Episode 1. And then there were fewer. Have a good day, guys.
Going out the door.
Next is out. Bye.